Why don't you just contact us and buy from us?
All over TikTok, there are videos and live streams trying to sell you on all kinds of things.
They sell you a legging pants for $100. And guess what? Here in these two factories, you can get them for around $5 to $6.
If it's too good to be true, it usually is. In today's video, we're gonna see how TikTok sellers are selling high-end designer brand name goods that are very expensive for super cheap prices. And well, there's a little more to that story than they want you to know. Let's check it out. Yeah, welcome back into the channel, Rockstars. Thanks for being here. The TikTok shop is more popular than ever. There are a ton of sellers on the TikTok shop and a ton of influencers who are promoting those products across TikTok videos and social media. And a lot of those products are very high-end designer, brand name, or just like the brand name and designers, but at very, very discounted prices. If you've ever wondered how it's possible and are you getting what you're paying for, well, the answer is the old saying, if it's too good to be true, it usually is. Check this out, and hopefully you pay attention the next time you're shopping on the TikTok shop, or, well, anywhere else for that matter.
Let's wait, guys. So these people are on social media promising products that look just like the real deal, even made in the same factories as brand name items. They say, buy directly from us, and it's going to cost you a lot less, but authorities say you could end up with dangerous counterfeits.
Why don't you just contact us and buy from us?
All over TikTok, there are videos and live streams trying to sell you on all kinds of things.
They sell you a legging pants for $100. And guess what? Here in these two factories, you can get them for around $5 to $6.
Most likely it is not the real deal.
Chris Larkins is a supervisory program manager for U.S. Customs and Border Protection. According to the agency, in the U.S., we import more than 1 billion small packages each year. Many of them contain counterfeit products.
People making the counterfeits, they really don't care about your health or safety. They care about making a deal, getting your money, and moving on to the next thing.
Do you recognize this style, this bag? Of course you do.
The problem of counterfeit stuff isn't new.
We've all heard the stories of, you went and you bought the cheap bracelet and it turned your skin green. Okay, that could just be an allergic reaction, or you being exposed to a metal or a chemical that's have long-term repercussions on your health.
But
I think that's as old as time, the whole, fake jewelry and gold or whatever, turning your skin, your neck, if you're wearing a necklace or bracelet on your wrist, green. A lot of those products that are made with those subpar materials can be bad for your health, especially if you're buying skin, makeup, beauty, hair, things that you maybe ingest, medicines, vitamins, all that sort of stuff I would never ever buy unless it's direct from an approved company vendor here in the United States, and that is passed by the safety, protocols that are required for those type of products. There's another thing I see on these videos where people are talking about, Lululemon leggings being $100 at the store. We all know that the real Lululemon leggings are expensive, very expensive, $100, but that they make them in the same factory where you can buy the same exact leggings that just don't have the Lululemon sticker on them, the branding, for $5 or $6. That's what she's talking about. And in a lot of cases, that's actually true. I think we've had that discussion here on this channel, and it's been across the world, that Nike's, $150 Nikes are made in the same factory warehouse as $25 not Nikes, right? They just, one goes to the left and one goes to the right, and this gets all the Nike branding and this doesn't. It's been a long, long conversation for many, many years, decades, and that's true. It does happen that way. But there's also factories that will just make counterfeit knockoffs out of cheap material, and that's what you get on Canal Street in New York. So you have to be very, very careful about what you're buying. Let's keep going.
On social media make them more accessible than ever.
Footwear is a very popular one. A lot of material and research goes into making sure that it's supporting your foot properly. So you end up buying a fake one for $10, $100, $200 less. You're out there playing basketball and you land badly. The real one would have probably protected your ankle. This fake one, now you might be in the emergency room.
Some of the videos have already been removed from TikTok, but others are still up. So how do you spot the fakes?
There could be telltale signs like the clasp isn't right, the little insignia or the logo isn't just right. Stitching is always a really good giveaway. The higher end and the nicer manufacturers, they pay attention to their stitching.
But the biggest red flags, the source and the price. You know where I'm going with this. If it seems too good to be true, It probably is.
Yeah, so we all know to look like when you see Louis Vuitton bags. This happens in Facebook groups every day. Is this real? The stitching is off. The thing is tilted. The clasp is, apart. It's not perfect. These companies that sell these high-end priced items like Gucci or Prada or Louis Vuitton, they do pay attention to all of these details. They really do, and that's part of why they charge a lot of money. It is for the name, but it is also because of the quality of the material and the quality of the workmanship that they put into it. A ton of these knockoff companies, and even the companies that claim to make it in the same factory, they just can't replicate that. Like they always mess up something, and a lot of them are very good. They'll have good stitching, but the clasp is wrong. They'll have a great clasp, but the stitching is wrong, or they'll have both of those right and something else is wrong, right? Like they're getting good, and they've always been getting better at fakes, but there's always something that's wrong about it. The weight, the quality, the feel. There's people that can just feel it and know that it's fake. So you have to be really careful, especially when you're shopping on TikTok, and that's a dead giveaway. If somebody is advertising a Louis Vuitton purse, brand new, shoulder bag, whatever, and that purse is $2,000 at Louis Vuitton, and they've got it for 29 bucks on the TikTok shop, you're probably not buying Louis Vuitton, right? You're buying Chewy Vuitton or whatever. You get what I'm saying.
There are also some financial concerns here. If you buy from one of these sellers on social media, you have no idea where your money and your personal information is going, and there is no return policy to fall back on. If you get something, it's the wrong size, the wrong color.
She's wrong about that. If you use a credit card, you can always charge back your credit card. TikTok has return policies if somebody ships you a bag of rocks in a bag. There are return policies. She's not correct about that. You can always get your money back. And if you're buying something from a website that you're not accustomed to or not used to, always use a credit card or use a PayPal or something that you can file a chargeback case. It makes it very, very easy. Credit cards will almost always give you your money back if something shows up and it's legitimately not what you ordered, or it's a knockoff, or it's a fake and they're claiming it's something that it isn't. She's wrong about that. I hate when news, this is like Arizona's Family 5 News out there in Arizona. I hate when CBS or ABC or any of these news, mainstream media news, if you want to call them that, give out this false, bad information. They don't live in our world. They're not in e-commerce. They don't know what they're talking about. And she's honestly showing ignorance here by saying you don't have any way to fall back on a return policy. Yes, they have return policies. Of course they do. And you always have a chargeback. Like, she's a grown adult. She works for a news company. She does stories about scams and frauds and things, as far as I can see. She should know better. Like, she should really know better. And if she was sitting down here in front of me right now and I showed her this video and I told her exactly what I just said to you guys, and I paused and I held it up to her and I go, okay, go ahead and respond, she'd have nothing to say because she knows I'm right. So I hate that when people spread misinformation. You always have a way to return and get your money back. Just don't use a debit card. Use a credit card or use a PayPal or some way that you can charge it back. As always, I appreciate you guys watching these videos. What do you think about the TikTok shop? Have you ever bought anything on there? Have you ever gotten a fake or a counterfeit? Do you see those ads? Also, you have to be really careful on Whatnot, because there's a lot of people on Whatnot that sell fake stuff. We've proven it on video, on photos, on screenshots. Rad has proven it. Vanessa and I have also shown it. There's people there that think they got the real stuff. They bought supplies from people like this that are shady, and then they go and flip it on Whatnot and try to claim that it's real because, oh, they told me it's real. I had no idea. Ignorance is no excuse to the law. They should have known better. As always, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Hit the like button, guys. Make sure to share this video. Keep your audience aware of the scams and schemes that go on in the world of e-commerce, as well as I keep all of you informed. Hit that subscribe button. Come back and watch future videos. And make sure you check out our podcast, Never Offended. It's down in the description box on YouTube, or you can listen to it on Spotify, iHeart, Apple, or Android podcasts, anywhere that you hear your podcast. And if you want to watch us in person, go ahead and check it out on YouTube, where we have the video feed of it up while we record. Thank you, everybody, and I will see you next time.